Hello friends, this is Vijay Bamvani. I'm back again with you, still recording these videos from my residence because of the lockdown. I hope you're staying safe, watching the markets. Do not lose pulse of the markets, or when you actually get back into trading or investing, you might feel a little out of touch. This video is triggered by what I read in the mainstream media about the Franklin Templeton funds. In my younger days, I wanted to read all I could about the Second World War. And I read William Shirer's book, The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich. Shirer says historians dissuaded him from writing about the Third Reich because they said, if you write about any historical event or any event any earlier than 50 years after it has transpired, you might put out an incomplete version of history. The reason is a lot of data keeps coming out. Similarly, the Templeton saga is still unfolding and throwing out a lot of data in front of us market watchers. The present set of information that was carried by a frontline pink paper actually saddened me a great deal. I wish it wasn't so, but then hey, it is. It seems Franklin Templeton had incorporated funds of funds. Now these are funds that invest in other funds. So can you imagine a mutual fund incorporated purely from the point of view of taking money from the investors and putting it in a mutual fund, a sister concern of the same management? Most investors would say, so what? Wake up. I would say you need to wake up. In such a case, what really happens is that you are basically paying fund management, asset management, mutual fund managers' salaries, enterprise expenses of running the offices of these mutual funds twice over. You want to pay these fees twice? Go ahead, be my guest. But I think an average investor, or let's say average Joe, needs to be a lot more sharper about where he, or average Mary, where she is deploying her money, how it is being used. The source and application of funds needs to be very, very clear. Hey, it's your money. I can only make some videos to help you safeguard your money. But at the end of the day, you're the guy who's going to have to get out from that chair and do a little bit of footwork. Now let me tell you a little bit more. How do hedge funds, typically fund of funds, operate? This should interest you. And if you're not interested in learning, I would strongly suggest you switch this video off and go watch a movie. But it's shocking to me as a market professional, as an investor, as a founder, promoter of an incorporated company that invests its money in the markets, as to how gullible investors can really be. Now let's go back to fund of funds. Now these hedge funds typically charge you money twice over. One is the asset management fee or the fund management fee. Typically a hedge fund would charge you say 2.5% of the corpus as fund management fee. Then there would be salaries, etc., of the research staff, the fund manager, etc. And then there would be profit sharing. But before you say, oh my God, profit sharing, these guys give you a lollipop. The lollipop is called the high water mark. Now it works like this. The fund will not share any profits with you unless and until it gives you a minimum of a bank fixed deposit rate. Say 6% per annum, which is the going bank fixed deposit rate. So you say that's fair. I mean, as long as I'm getting at least the bank fixed deposit rate, over and above that, if there is a profit, which I hope there will be, let the fund manager keep a little bit of money. The going rate, the norm for hedge funds is 20%. Now, just think, what happens is you are an investor of a fund of funds. You sign away on the dotted line saying you're willing to part with 20% of over and above the bank fixed deposit rate, which is the high watermark rate as it is called in hedge fund parlance. And this fund of funds invests in another fund wherein the fund manager of the end fund signs a similar agreement with the fund of funds. You see what's happening? You've paid 20% of the profits above the high watermark rate twice. Twice. You seriously think you're going to make serious money by parting away 40% of your money? Shocking. But there are investors who seem to have done that. If you're really in such a great hurry to give away your money, may I suggest you take my bank account details and transfer it to me instead? It's not even funny. It's not funny. But you must learn. You must learn how to take care of your money. At the end of the day, you are the best guardian, the whole and soul cop who can look after the safety of your own money. My job as a parent is to see to it that all the fruits of my labor, whatever I have toiled for my life, is passed on to my coming generations with as few leakages as far as possible. As long as there are money, there are going to be scores of people who are willing to relieve me of my money. I know that. I can live with that. All my life I've lived with that. But it is my job as a guardian of my money to see to it that my next generation gets as much as it can without these leakages and pilferages. Stay on guard. Be very careful. Read all the offer documents twice, not once, twice. There's a reason why the print is really, really fine, whichever is to your detriment. I'm 54 years old. My eyesight isn't exactly the same as an 18-year-old. I've bought myself a very high-powered magnifying glass to read the fine print. Don't ever sign away anything that can be to the detriment of you, your next generation, and your family. The whole and sole purpose of this video is to tell you, and guard, stay on your toes. Let's be careful out there. It's our money. Before I sign off from this video, let me remind you to click like on this video if you're watching it on YouTube. In the comment section, do let me know what you think about this video and what else you would want me to record in my next video for you. And do not forget to share my videos with your family and friends and help me to spread the cult of knowledge-based investments and trades. There's a whole lot of financial literacy that needs to reach a lot of people. We are trying to do the same with these videos. We need your help to spread the message. And join Equity Master on Telegram with the official handle Equity Master Official. I put up a couple of updates every day, Monday to Friday, and I would love it if you could read my updates. Take very good care of your investments and trade. Vijay Bambani is signing off for now till we meet again in my next video. Thank you. Also, do not forget to subscribe to my free email newsletter, Fast Profits Daily, and get my free guide, How to Trade Markets Like a Pro.